Hey guys, today we will be learning about Salmonella typhi. Salmonella typhi, they are one of the Enterobacteria. They are coming under Enterobacteriaceae family, and their general properties are they are gram-negative rods, they are motile organism, and they give oxidase negative result, and they can produce H2S, hydrogen sulfide on TSI, triple sugar ion slant. And you can see in the figure given here, the development of this black color indicates the production of H2S, and they are not lactose fermenter. That means they give colorless colonies when grown on McConkie agar. Then coming to the virulence factors of this Salmonella typhi, they have endotoxin, which is the property they are having because they are gram-negative organism. This endotoxin is present in the lipopolysaccharide, LPS, and they have VI capsule, which allows this Salmonella to survive complement mediated damage. They can survive the complement mediated damage due to the presence of the capsule, this VI capsule antigen. And coming to the clinical importance, they cause an infection known as salmonellosis. Based on the serotype of organism, that means based on the species of Salmonella which causes the salmonellosis infection, there are two types of salmonellosis: typhoidal salmonellosis and non-typhoidal salmonellosis. Typhoidal salmonellosis is caused by Salmonella typhi and Salmonella paratyphi. Salmonella typhi is causing a disease known as typhoid fever. Salmonella typhi is the causative agent of typhoid fever. And the paratyphoid fever, it is caused by Salmonella paratyphi. And there are other strains known as A, B and C. Salmonella paratyphi have other strains known as A, B and C. Then coming to the non-typhoidal salmonellosis, they causes gastroenteritis and food poisoning. They are caused by all other serotypes of Salmonella other than Salmonella typhi and paratyphi. So we will be dealing with the typhoidal salmonellosis, that especially the typhoid fever caused by Salmonella typhi. Typhoidal salmonellosis. It is characterized by typhoid fever or enteric fever. It is caused by Salmonella typhi, and the illness or the infection starts with fever, constipation, and finally it will develop into diarrhea and occasional rose spot rash on skin. Coming to the pathogenesis. When this Salmonella paratyphi, it is ingested in large amounts, they colonizes in the ileocecal region of our intestine, and it may lead to constipation. This occurs during the first week of infection, and during this time also, during this first week of infection, they can enter the bloodstream and can cause fever, which is the typhoid fever, and can cause rose spot rash. And during this period, if we culture the blood of the patient, we can see the organism in the blood. So the blood culture will be positive during the first week of infection. And as a continuation, the Salmonella typhi then enters the blood and invades the macrophages. But they can survive in the macrophages, and they can escape the killing mechanism of macrophages, and there they replicates. After that, they leaves the macrophages and enters the biliary tract, that is liver and gallbladder. And then from the gallbladder, they enters the intestinal tract through bile. they again enters the intestinal tract through bile, and it may lead to diarrhea. And this happenings occurs during the 3rd week of infection. And during this period, the stool culture will be positive for the organism. Coming to the non-typhoidal salmonellosis. It is caused by Salmonella enteritidis and Salmonella typhimurium. Salmonella typhi and Salmonella typhimurium is different. So this Salmonella typhi, they cause typhoidal salmonellosis, and this Salmonella typhimurium and Salmonella enteritidis cause non-typhoidal salmonellosis. Coming to the pathogenesis of this non-typhoidal salmonellosis, the organism enters or invades the ileocecal region of the intestine, and then that causes the inflammation to develop. And as a result of inflammation, the cyclic AMP level will be elevated and eventually leads to watery diarrhea. The chemical signaling mechanism behind this CAMP level elevation we have discussed earlier in case of E. coli. And they can also, the inflammation can also, the invasion of the organism in the ileocecal region can also cause the development of shallow ulcers on the intestinal walls, which leads to bloody diarrhea. That means blood will be present in the stools. And the other infection caused by the salmonella is that they can cause osteomyelitis in sickle cell disease. Sickle cell disease is associated with many other diseases like osteomyelitis, and the main cause behind this osteomyelitis in sickle cell disease is the salmonella infection. Coming to the transmission and vaccination of this Salmonella typhi and Salmonella enteritidis and typhimurium. In case of Salmonella typhi, the transmission occurs in fecal-oral route. The infection, they can infect only humans. This typhi can infect only humans. And live attenuated vaccine is available for Salmonella typhi. And then in case of Salmonella enteritidis and Salmonella typhimurium, transmission is through the chicken products, reptile pets like snakes and turtles, and they can cause infection in humans as well as animals, but there is no vaccine available against this species. This is all about this Salmonella typhi, and thank you for listening. Hope you all understood the topic.